Welcome to Multinet Business and Design. We are going to talk about Revit Architecture 2023. So these are the key topics. In this topic, we are going to open a project, introduce introduction to menu bars, using components, and design building. Please, after you have watched the video, kindly come to subscribe button on the YouTube and click subscribe. We appreciate. So here, you start by creating a new project. These are the existing one if you have them here on your file before, but you want to build another project, so you click project. So click on the template, use architectural trick template and say open. Take some time to load, allow everything to be. So before the load, these are the menu bars on the screen. At the top, highest level is a title bar. It's a project title bar. So here you are going to see all your projects being defined. So since it's a project 1, we are going to rename it. This particular project 1 is going to change. These are the bars, component bars, like architectural components, structural components, the steel, precast system, insert, and all those. This one, you can add on 5. You have external software that you are using to bring the whole project come to life. So now, come back to architecture. We want to do a reproject here. So before we do a reproject, let us first of all save our project before we start. So here you say click on save or save as, anyone you feel like. For click on save, because it's a new project, it's going to take you and ask you some certain questions. So click by saying that place you want to save it to. Click here. I want to save it to Autodesk Revit Architecture. So I name it something like 2-bedroom project. 2-bedroom project. So say okay, click. So as you save it, so these are the project property bar. This is a project browsing bar. The difference between this one is that this one used with the elements. Any element you click here, it automatically, you see, it updates itself on this bar. So this one allows you to browse to anything. Anytime you click on any element here, this particular space changes. So let's go. Let's say elevations. You see that you are not going to see this for cardinal arrow anymore. So you see, so it changed to level. We are going to be seeing elevations and things like that. So let us start by creating a beautiful project. So here we are creating 2-bedroom, and everything have the size and the limits. So we want to use wall. When you click on wall arrow, you see architectural wall, structural wall, and things like that. But we want to use architectural wall to start our project because we are doing architectural design. So click on the wall, but before then, look at the properties. Unconnected height. The height here is overwhelming. So you see this height, normal building, let's say 3000 millimeter. So it will update itself at this design menu bar. Now, start your project by click on the wall inside. It looks tiny, but don't bother. Just say the span is, I want to use this one of 9 meter. Click, press escape, another escape. So you can click and drag your wall to the middle. Save. Now decide to zoom in so that you can have a clear picture of what you are doing. So you can say, okay, another wall. This one, you have let's say 12 meter. So create a rectangular box. Then start demarcating the inside to get the room size. So let's say room, press escape, escape. So you continue doing the drawing and the design until you are perfect all the act of what you are doing. Remember, we are doing 2-bedroom drawing. Click. You must have your design separate somewhere. And you start making use of so that you're more faster and precise. So you follow all the steps one after the other until you are able to get what you want. So here, now I want my wall to be aligned to one another. Don't want excessive kind of wall, but I will allow my room, so you can use temporary dimension so that you know the size of the room you are building. So here, click, it's too small for me. Let me just use like 12 feet. That's 3,600. So I do the same thing by align this. Sorry, align them together. Now create another wall here. Right there. Now we want to, after creating the space, the next thing we want to do is to have all these spaces programmed and give them the label, the kind what they need and what you may expect them to have. So click on trim. I don't want my word to extend to that place. Now divide this line into 2, then open it. Define this as well. Open it. So here we're going to create wall to accommodate some elements here. Good. Now, as we've done, we have done with the room creation. So next thing we need to do now is to make use of the floor. So click on floor, say architectural floor. So on the architectural floor, you draw a rectangle like this space and you want your wall to stay around, then trim. Click on finished. Now there's something, this place I want it to serve as entrance, so there won't be any end of wall reaching end to end, but the space has been demarcated by the use of floor. So we have the floor here. Yes, so we have our space. I have my sitting room here. I have the first room, second room, kitchen, store, and toilet and bath. So what I need next is to give opening to this space, and we work upon it now. So click on door, select the door where it was supposed to be. That's the door to enter the room. Another door to enter kitchen, door to enter store, door to enter bathroom, and center door to enter bathroom. Then door to enter visitor toilet, door to enter main living room. Sure. Rotate and align, change the direction of the roof, align it to the wall. So you align so that the beauty and the detail will come out. Let's use this on this side. Right click to click on escape and hit. So here you click on similar and you, so it will give you the exit door from the kitchen. Align it. This is not a perfect design, it's just an illustration to make use of Revit 2023 and see how technical and faster. This is a tutorial, it's not a design tutorial, it's just it shows the making use of Revit tutorial. So you can decide to design any kind of bedroom you love to design. What I want to do here is to change the direction. So move it. Say move. Open. So now, like this door of bedroom, we don't need the door to be of this type. What we just need to do is to change the door size, edit, duplicate it to be toilet door. And say okay. So here you change the size to 750 and say okay. sorry for the power issue. Now we continue align. Okay, that's good. So as we've done this, what we need to do is to start adding component of place window. So you go to architecture again, click on window. This type of the window you have to look for. Well, I'm looking for a perfect window that can suit what I need. So let me choose this 120 by 150. I mean 1200 by 1500. So at the C line, right, there is double opening window. So let's use this. Click on the height here is too high. So let's change this height to 2100. That's it. So anyway, you know that top. So create similar. That's 1200. So keep touching it to the wall. At the same time to have this. You can add it here because this visitor tolerance we are still going to reduce it. So just do that before it's too late. Let's see, align. So align the window. So you have window. You position it by click arrow down and up on your desktop on your keyboard. So open window for one. So click on this arrow and move outside. So you've done that. You click similar. So you have cross translation of the two sides. So delete the dimension for now. So after done this, the next thing we need to do, I don't like this kind of door, so I have to look into a project to bring it in. So I have one existing project I want to go inside. This is how to go to an existing project. So click on your file, please click on open, or if you have them in the list here. So I want to use architect 62. I think it's like a similar thing I've done before. So you click on the ground floor. So select everything here. I probably want all the elements here to be used. In my project. So I select all. When you select, you press on control. So you take them all to this. So what I think is necessary, that's like keep them alone. The text is everything. So I guess that this will be good for you. So what you do is after you have selected it, say copy the clipboard, and instead of you going back here, you can actually come to level 1 here, which is already here. So you just click on modify and say paste in clipboard. So okay. So these are the things. So you put here, you know that it can fit. So you put them. You see? So they will say definitely be placed at the appropriate place. It's supposed to be. So there you arrange them in detail. You get you what you need. So that's how it works. and you adjust them, continue to adjust until you have the desired position where you want to put all of them. So let this work okay. Just this. So this is the trick. So if you don't like this, just delete it for now. Like this, take this outside. Make this here. This tutorial is for beginners, so you don't need to give yourself a lot of credit because you are not getting it done. The more you practice, the more your idea comes in, the more you concentrate. It took me the years before I can get to this level. So if you can do the same thing, by the patience, work hard, persistent to it. Say edit, and you edit, highlight, alignment, same thing there. And remove this, and then one there. So after that, you can see finished. So grab a little bit of this for the space of the lens and the other and this work you want to do. So here we are. But one thing you see in the project that I brought all this everything, you see that the walls are dark. This is the trick I want to teach you here today. So what makes the wall to be dark is simple, is that the whole aspect of the design is based on the predefined wall. But if you don't want the wall, you want the wall thickness to be different from this one, you just need to adjust the graphics view. So in the graphics view, you can come to annotate to change that, or you use another system or another opportunities and you manage view. So here you can use visibility graphics, click on it. So instead of, you can change it from there, search for wall under this visibility, that visibility of the component. You can look for it. This is the wall. So this wall you can decide to change it from here, but I'm not going to work here because I want it to, anywhere I go on the view, I want it to be visible. So I would like to use object style view. Object style view, go down again, you see wall. Under the wall, come to default, or you can decide to change the thickness here. Let's say I want to use 7. Save, okay. And you see that the thickness has already been changed. So, but I don't like double thickness, I like black line. Okay, so instead of going here to this visibility on your keyboard, just press PG. So visibility will come out for you. You scroll down, then change what we want to change here. Instead of using 7, I want to return it back to the way I met it still. Then material now is where I work on. So look on material, don't edit anything here, just go to graphics. From graphics you see foreground, you see background. So go to foreground and select model. In the model, you can use model, you can use drafting. It's no matter. You select the black. It's okay. You do the same thing with background or anything again, but the mistake we made here is that we don't want to use it, because what we want to do is not on surface. What we want to do is on what? Is on cut. So you go back here and click on no pattern. So come to cuts. On the foreground of cuts, click here and you say solid black. Say okay, okay, okay. See, everything transformed to total black. So that is the beauty of it. This will allow you to have a solid line all through. So anywhere you are, even though you cut section all through now, you don't need to be repeating, so you get all the black line all through. So when we get there, you are going to see what we did there in the system. So what we want to do here now is that some element are still missing. Something like this company, I want to draw a kitchen, but I don't want to bring a component. I don't want to bring an object for that. I just want to use annotate and do a little bit of line work. So here you draw it, so that gives you a kitchen cabinet. So like that, you specify what you want to do. Click, say create similar, use circle, use circle again. Now you can double the line by say offset 120 is too much, so say 50, enter. So you get it done. So like that, like that, like that. So this is the store. This is it. Now you have a entrance porch here. That's what, because of the, I brought this one because of what is it called, the text type, the font type that I like. So if you want to use another one, you can just go to annotate, click on text, click down here, type living room. You see that the text are different. So this one look more defined than this, depends on you. So I don't like things like this. So if I want to, I would like to change this property to this property. How will I do it? I select this to note the type. So it's, the name is text 2.5 area 7. So here this one is text 2.5 area, 2.5 area. So from there, if you, as you click on it, you can come here and say change. You see everything has changed. So from there, you can decide to copy here, copy here, copy here. So as we've done that, you just double click on those and you change them to what you want them to be. Let's say master room. And this one, change it to bedroom. Good. So as we're done with that, now I said something that I don't like this door, I want to bring it down. So since I still have the project still open, click here and select this door and you say copy to keyboard, come back here and you click on modify, say paste from keyboard, say okay, place it on the wall. Make sure you place it on the wall, because if not, you will not find it. So delete the existing one, click on this and change this direction out. So the opening limit. So I like what you have. So this one accurate, is a little bit more accurate. So if you like it, continue with it. If you don't like it, edit, can edit and change so many things you want to change it. So the next thing I want to do is to create pillar in this point. I can decide to use this wall 225 to create this pillar. Creating the same is similar. So you see like that. You do this open up the line, see, let's see. And sometimes maybe because of the sign you want to do on your wall or on your wall, and you don't want to be continue to affect pillar, the material of the pillar you want it to be different from. So you go to architecture, click on component, say model in place. In model in place you see column and every other. So go to column, click on column and say please okay, and change it to, you say column 1, you say okay. So now you are in the sketch mode. So you come to create. I want to use extrude. So I use extrude here. Create something like this. So if I don't want that size to be, I will increase it a little bit. So I have like 10. Let's say 20. 20 of this side too, 40. So 30. So 20. Centimeter 40. So now you have what you want. So click on finish. Once you've done that, click finish again. Then what you've done here, you can go to elevation. Let's say click on south. So you can see, you do see everything that created here. We have well position and perfect. So what we need to do next is to create our roof. Go to architecture, you create a roof, say roof by footprint, and the roof by footprint, you click on line. That's the way I used to do my own. Write the offset to 600. That's the width of the roof for you. So start using wall attachments. So as we're done with that, we click so that all the lines will join together. If the lines are not joining, there is no way it's going to be giving you complaint. Let me give you a sample of what I'm saying. Anytime you are on this print level, whatsoever you are doing here, the line are not close together, it's going to give you complaint like this one now. So click on save, you see what you say. You see what it says, the line must be close with, and the connected lines are what are close. So continue, drag it or use fillet or whatsoever to extension to join them together and click OK. No, sorry, cancel. So OK. Save the previous, yes. So you have this. So now go to verification to go and see where you see where your roof lies. It's still high above this. So click and reduce the roof base height to 3000 so that if you align with the roof, you see. But this is not the right roof to do because this thickness is too much. So what you need here is to select the roof, edit the type, and do at 50 mm. Click OK. Now you see that the size of the roof has reduced to minimum. Now click on the level and go back. So another thing to do here is that the arches of the roof, you need to add the roof and give the roof a fine arch. So, but before that, I want us to create a roof edges. On the roof edges, which means that this line have to be double lines. So you go to south line, select the roof and copy one on it. I should copy on it. That's a define. So when you go to here, you come back to sites. That's where you can fill everything. So here you go to vertical cuts, select the top view, then start the extended aspect. So here I want to use 80 mm fill area. Do it this way, this way, this way. Only the edges you are going to work on. Don't ever do this thing on the gutter. So how do you identify the edges? The edges are the ones that have to meet up with the corner, external, the external part to shoot out at like this point. Those are what is it called? Those are the roof edges. So now make sure that you trim them, trim them, whatsoever you do. If you are not getting it, make sure you repeat the video, you watch it again and again and again till you get to perfection. Trim them. So in all my, there's some sufficient video that I created all this thing independently. So if you check my channel, you are going to see there and work. So you click on finish. So when you go to elevation, you see that you have double thick line instead of that single one that is there. So now the next I want to do is to create a fascia. Now I want to use concrete fascia. So I want like design from so go to components, model in place, let's just use casement. Say okay, say okay again. So here I want to use sweep. Click on the sketch part, go to line pick, do that. This will be the reference points for your roof. Anyway, anytime you see that dot arrow, that's your reference. When you click on finished, you now come to select edit profile. So click here. I want to use south, and write the align part to it. Now you can now design whatsoever you want to design. Do the line, let's escape like that. So I want to use a little bit of arc and say trim or extend. So click finished. When all the lines are joined together, so like this, now you click finish again. So you see you have a defined fascia board as it's common to see. Then you click on finished, come here. Now I want us to do one thing, create another foundation level so that the building will be higher. So instead of you to be drawing the wall one by one, just a quick and simple trick like this. Click on the level line and say create similar. From here, look at it like -1000 and say okay, that's the distance between the two. Now go to level 1, or you rename this one. Say click on and right click and say rename. And the rename that you just say foundation. You see that's changed. Say yes. So everywhere you go, you're going to be seeing this. Like, let's go to, so you're going to see that it's going to be foundation part. So select wall here and right click and say select all instance in this view. As you have done that, it will take you to this level. So you said copy to clipboard. After that, now go to foundation. So on the foundation, you can decide not to do anything here now. But the reason why you are seeing this wall here is that the view range of this level is high. So we want to edit the view range so that you give us a normal. So the view range here, foundation, say top, we can leave the top. What we want to work upon is the cut. The cut, we reduce the cut to something like in between 1000, this is 700, and say apply. You see that those things disappear. So like this one that we have here. Sorry, if you need to work on that, click on the view range. Edit, associate to bottom, like top. You just want it to be 700 as well. Apply. So everything disappears. It's not gone. The one you have already saved to clipboard is still there. That's why you see that this clipboard is repeating. It's there would have been like this painted like this one. So you say from clipboard, say place from clipboard, say align to a current view. That is the work. But it's not finished. I think that all these things came back. These are things that are there before. So from there, before you click anything, or you can decide to say okay, then click again and say select all instance in this view. As you've been selected like this, you scroll up and change the height of this to, we have a plus slab thickness of 150. 150 minus 1000, the remainder will be 850. So type 850 and say okay. You have saved delete all instance. Those are the things going on with all gone. All these things that you are not interested in, you will do. So select here and say select the same thing, all instance, and delete. Do the same thing here, delete. Select all instance here as well. And then delete them. So don't need them, with all gone. So here you draw this to meet this map and draw this to meet this one. So if you go back to the, you see that you have the foundation level and all the walls attached to it. So that is it for this design. So this is the part 1 of Revit architecture. So in the part 2 we are going to talk about more details and how we can choose color, more of the paints, and so on and so forth. Work more on the components and document it and make it a document by sending it to clients and everything. That's what we're going to do in part 2. But you can just see this in your 3D by clicking on the 3D. You see, you have it. So you can change the color and see how the color looks like. See wireframe, edit graphic options, shade. See if the kind of color you like, you work with it like that. So you don't like it today, you don't bother. So you drag this like that. There's no any particular sense of method that you work in your Revit, but just the professional aspects you need to pay attention to most of all these things, how they were done. So when you look around all the elevations, they were all having those components. Everything is pure clear. So kindly click on subscribe button and subscribe to this tutorial on YouTube, please.